Welcome back, everyone, to the very first episode of 2025 and the very first episode in a long, long time of the N10 podcast. We're back, fresh off the not doing anything for basically a whole year kind of train. But we've been uploading a little bit here and there, and now we're ready to talk about all things Nintendo and gaming, and also just what we've been up to, I guess. So
our podcast is like finding an extra pack of fruit snacks in the back of the drawer and then being like, ooh, fruit snacks.
That's a good comparison. I do like
it's
that.
It's more like you're sitting on the couch and you lift a cushion and then there's leftover fruit snacks that fell into the cushion.
That's what it is. Stale, crusty fruit snacks. That's what we are.
That's like how our podcast hits different.
Crusty. Maybe, I don't know.
Anyways, to my left, my right is Night Sky, Aiden,
it's me.
Pikachu, or Odd Jobs Aiden. I'm not really sure what he's going by now. Down here we got N10 Cisco.
Hey.
And the Litz. Mr. Dab on him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we really start, what has everyone been up to? What's been keeping you away from content, from doing what you love?
Well, real quick, I feel like this group right here, honestly, I don't think we've really been keeping away from anything. For the most part, I feel like we've all been doing our own different form of content, whether that's videos or streaming or photography or other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of actual regular videos and podcast episodes and even just Nintendo stuff in general, it's definitely been a minute since I see you all say that Litz down here has been killing it on Litz-tendo, uploading all sorts of crazy stuff. But real quick things for me, definitely been busy with working and life. I've been streaming all the time, and I was just trying to think about obviously I want to get back into the video game at some point, but still kind of on the fence of what I really want to do with it. I've been sitting on a bunch of footage, if you will, from vlogs, from events that have transpired these last couple of years. So if anything, that's my biggest thing right now. Is that's just we have a lot of footage to go through.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to, you could obviously just hire Aiden to do it all over again.
No, I want to take a stab at it.
Vlog maniac,
It's true. Parasocial vlog editor. I get it.
Editing a vlog from a trip I didn't get to go to.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing.
Yeah. Aiden, what have you been up to?
Working.
That's it.
Working.
You don't want to shout out what you're doing with your photography shit anymore?
I do. I've been doing a lot more photography on the side and weird shit with fisheye lenses and stuff.
Yeah, we can
As
see
you
that.
can tell, yeah, from this.
Wait, what kind of dark?
Yeah. What light just went out?
Crazy.
Cisco just came out to Canada. That was kind of cool. Did some photography, taking little pictures of little figures, which is really chill. Lots of different photography, from cars to people to landscape and travel photography.
And now Nintendo figures.
Figures.
Add to the portfolio.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Litz, what about you, man? What's going on in the world of Litz?
Basically, I had to start my life fresh from zero, but we're back to exactly where I was from that refresh, and I'm filming vlogs, going to New York, trying to keep the dream alive, and I got a real big boy job now on top of it, and still doing theater. It's a better balance now, but
yeah,
I miss you guys.
Well,
Very nice.
We miss you too, man. And honestly, I mean, I'm proud of you. It doesn't really sound like you're back where you started, because it sounds like you're at least a step or two ahead from where you were. Were you starting from zero with that big boy job, like you said, and then also you're going to Nintendo New York more than any of us probably ever will. So that's something to be proud of, honestly. And I think.
How many times have you been there? How many times have you been to the New York store?
2 times. 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 2 times
Do you have a number? Is there a metric for that?
Look at
Take a
him.
guess. Shot in the dark.
Is it like above 15, below 15?
Definitely
over
above
30?
15 since
Jeez.
2023.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
that's more so.
You don't
Over-
hate the store by now?
20 maybe. Yeah.
Does it excite you every time you go in there, or are you just like, nah?
It's like Disney Store. Like they change the store every month. Like I like to
Yeah.
look for like what is different every time because they don't keep it the same. They change
Well,
it.
the part of it, like it's like the Pokemon Center is reading. They have like monthly items every time.
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they just brought in the special delivery Pikachu plushes after a long
Oh,
time.
wow.
That's cool.
What's the special delivery Pikachu?
Pikachu, but mailman.
Like, do you know what
Okay.
UPS is? You'd be doing that.
Okay.
They got Pikachu working at UPS.
I don't know.
Noted.
My third time going to the Nintendo store, I finally got tired of it. I was like, all right.
Really?
Really? Really?
It's all plushies. They don't got anything else. It's the same
I mean,
plushies.
They
Yeah,
have
because like
t-shirts?
half
I don't know.
it's t-shirts, but it's really only if you're like fully dedicated. Because like for example, Splatoon, when they've done like their big Splatfest in the past, they would have like the Pokemon ones, the Zelda ones, and what like the final festival one. That I feel like it's the only real reason why I would want to go like for like an exclusive item there. But half the time, yeah, it's plushies, it's games. You know, it's
Dude, I'm gonna be straight up. I can find better merch at GameStop.
yeah, exactly. And they have similar merch.
Hold
They have,
on,
like those
wait.
mugs and like the lights
Yeah.
there that you could buy at GameStop.
Well, their
Let's
like
go-
limited selection is so minimal, and you can
Yeah.
get a lot of it on their
Yeah.
online, like My Nintendo store.
That too, yeah.
I mean, you
It's just,
guys
like, a lot
would
of
be.
the good stuff is if there is like good stuff that's not a plushie, it's usually sold out. Like every time I go there, like let's just said, oh, I got the new hat. I'm like, the past 2 times I couldn't get that hat. I would ask and they're like, oh, we don't have it. I was like, oh my
Sorry, man, come back next year."
guys. I'm like, I just, and yeah, I just only took a plane out here to go to this store specifically just to not find the hat. Thanks.
You guys would
That's
be
how it
happy
goes.
to know that the Pikmin section's growing and the Metroid section's shrinking.
Oh,
How much
Every
work
time
can
I
they
think
physically
of-
make
I
out
have
of
a big
Metroid
rant,
though?
you know.
Like,
Oh, we got yeah, we'll get to Cisco's rant. I
I
want to
got
hear
a
what
big
he's got to
Metroid
say.
rant.
all right,
Well, tell us
Um,
what have you been up to, Cisco?
yeah, let's hear that first.
Well, it's been it's been an emotional roller coaster for life the past year. I dealt with a great loss, and I had to kind of slowly, baby step my way back to where I'm at now. I graduated, so I got my degree. So now I'm in that awkward phase of like graduated, but then working a job I don't like just to make some bills to pay off. I mean, some paychecks to pay off some bills and loans and stuff, and save for our Japan trip coming up. And then now I'm just like in this weird transition of okay, so I need to get in my field now too. When do I do that? I wanted to wait for Japan, but then my job's being weird with like job availability, so now I'm like, oh shoot, maybe I should do it now. It's been crazy. It's been all over the place, but
Mhm.
lately, through my journey of baby steps, was really into like doing the model kits. I like Pokemon model kits and a couple Star Wars. Then I started getting into hardcore gaming in 2025. I was like, my goal this year is to really get through this backlog before Switch 2 comes out. So I knocked out 10 games so far since the year
Ooh.
started. No, that's not.
That's more
from,
than
like,
I've done
start
the
to
past like
finish.
3 years.
Dude, I know it. I'm proud, but it's not from start to finish. There's definitely a lot of games that like I was like halfway or towards the end. Like Hyrule Warriors, the Calamity Ganon one. I was on the last level. I just never finished it. So
You and I have the same issue. We just get to like the
Yeah,
last part of the game and we just don't do it.
Yep, we just don't finish off the final boss.
Yeah.
But been really into gaming, and then now been getting bit by that like creative bug lately. But it seems like I got the same bug bit us all at the same time, because then when I was starting to feel like making content again, suddenly you guys were talking in the group chat like, oh, we got to start up N10 again and all this. I'm like, oh wow. I went to go visit Canada, and that was honestly I had a really great time. I think it really changed my perspective on things, and that's why trips are so important. Like you get a whole new perspective, and like you get like a refresh. And so with Aiden, I was showing him like my new Instagram that I've been kind of keeping secret, but I have this Pokemon Instagram I'm running where I do Pokemon photography with the toys. And so we went out, we bought a couple toys. He spent like $50 on Pokemon toys.
I bought more
If you know
model
anything
kits
about
today.
Pokemon, if you know anything about Pokemon and how taxing they are, man, that like $50 will get you like 4 figures.
Oh,
And
don't even
what
talk
are
about
the
cards.
chances that that Nintendo photography account comes out of nowhere right when you're on that trip doing the photos? You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
were featured.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
were. It got us like 2 likes, but hey, like it was cool. It was cool being featured.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Aiden, you gotta
Yeah,
like
we've been
scan
doing
those
our
photos
movie.
over to us so we can show them on the podcast or something. Just like,
Yeah.
Oh, even just
well,
look
yeah.
at these now. They look great as
Make
like
those into
Polaroids.
Yeah, Aiden
Postcards.
took me out to like a local park, and oh my gosh, the shots we took, like,
oh
it's
yeah.
so cool.
Wait, that was
I
that
have,
one
I've
Golden
only
Comedy
uploaded 2,
at
but
the
I'm
end?
gonna upload a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Mm.
Dude, it was so much fun, and like that got me kind of more in the creative field, and then now we're here, and
Yep.
We're here.
I don't know where I stand with content creating going forward, but I just know that I don't entirely want to stop it, but I also don't know where I'm going with it. So we'll see. I'm like in
Yeah.
a self-discovery journey with YouTube right now.
You still have a leg in the game, essentially.
Yeah.
It's true.
A foot,
Well,
a
we all
pinky
do.
toe, a leg, whatever you got. You still got something.
Well, Cisco, we can.
A
I feel
hand
like
bone.
I was gonna mention it when we were talking about the Nintendo store. I didn't want to cut the conversation off because I want to jump into this further conversation. A couple of us have this little bit of an exciting egg coming up. Is I'm going to Japan. Key's going to Japan. We're gonna have that big dream trip, which I was gonna say when we were talking about the Nintendo New York store. There's no way that when I go to the Nintendo stores in Japan and I go to the New York store later in my life, I've never been to New York. Am I gonna
Surprising.
like the Nintendo New York store? Like,
No,
Mm.
you're gonna
there's no
spoil
way
yourself.
there's no way that I'm gonna go to the Nintendo merch store in Tokyo and then I'm gonna one day go to New York and go, wow, like
Well,
Yeah.
hold on.
Macy's, you.
I'm gonna sit
I
there
feel
and be like, the fuck is this?
But
You're
Liz
not
has the upper
wrong,
hand here
but-
at least. But it's the experience of going to the New York store for an event that I feel like makes it that much more memorable.
Well, I think I'd
yeah,
love
if you
it,
just
but-
go there on a random Tuesday, it's like whatever. But
Yeah,
like if you're there
it's-
for
you're
like
just
the
gonna see
Switch
people there,
launch or
yeah.
something, like mind blowing.
or like a big game like Smash Bros. The four
oh,
of us
dude, the
here.
Smash
wonder-
Bros launch was
Yeah.
insane.
The four of
dude.
us can attest to that to the biggest part because that was our first N10 meetup ever,
Yeah.
and that was like life changing to be a part of like a global release such as Smash Bros. And
Yeah,
also
Smash
meet
Bros.
up and like see the actual thing that we've seen in videos like countless times. So I think I mean
That was
obviously
electric, man.
yeah, the Tokyo store is obviously going to be like way better in terms of like what they have available. But
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York,
yeah.
the New York event probably unmatched.
Oh no, I don't think
They've
I
been
don't-
getting more creative too. For Wonder, they turned Rockefeller Plaza into an interactive Mario level.
Dude,
And
I
for
saw
Princess
that.
Peach
Yeah.
Showtime, they turned it into an actual movie theater. Like,
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It is really cool. But also, they got that new Nintendo store opening up pretty soon, right? The one that's in like
Cali,
San Francisco.
Francisco.
Yeah, dude. I wonder what that's gonna be like. If it's gonna be bigger, if it's gonna be
Chicago.
smaller, what?
They got open one in Philly. How about that?
Dude, it's
Nah, right,
no, dude. New York's like your
Cali.
next door neighbor. You can't ask for another fucking Nintendo store right
yeah,
there.
we need stuff out on the West Coast, and
Yeah.
they make Nintendo
Yeah.
games. I'm surprised that there isn't one in Seattle, and I'm surprised, or like Redmond even.
Yeah, because their company
You
building's
can't
right there.
Go,
They can
you
just go
can't
there.
Go into the Nintendo store
Oh.
office
Mm.
unless you get like guided. Remember we tried, and the guy was
Dude,
like,
yeah, it was. They were not letting us
"Get
in.
out!"
They said, "Here, you
I
can
got a
take a
product plan
pen
right
or
here.
something," but that was it.
It's like, actually, that's what they said. You can go take a picture by the Piranha plant.
yeah, that was it.
That's it.
We won't take the picture for you. Get out!
That's how it was. Yeah.
And then Microsoft was like, "Please come in, bro. We got games. I swear."
didn't you guys get a picture with the old sign now? They upgraded the sign.
Yeah, we have the old sign.
That's right.
yeah, was the
They
old
have the
sign?
red one now.
Yeah, they got a red
It was-
sign now, right?
It was gray. It was the gray one. Because
I think the red one's better, isn't it?
It looks cool. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Well, like the gray was kind of like the Wii U era of Nintendo. I
True.
think that was, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool. Which I was surprised they hadn't changed it earlier. But
I do like the red one. It's where it pops out a lot more. Obviously, it makes sense for it to be with the Switch and the Switch 2. So,
Mm.
new
That's
era.
just their color. Nintendo is red. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Anyway,
we should talk about what we're really here to talk about is the happenings of a Wednesday. Was a Wednesday morning or Thursday morning?
Yep.
The next one, Wednesday.
yeah.
Isaiah.
This is why we're here. We're here to talk about, of course, the Nintendo Direct, the very last Switch 1 original Switch Direct,
Yeah.
right?
Final Nintendo Switch Direct.
Mhm.
Yep. Before next week, Switch 2 because from here on out, it's Switch 2. So
The sequel.
let's talk about that, because after we talk about the Direct itself, I do kind of want to like talk briefly about something. Like I have a question for you guys, but we'll talk about the Direct first. So what do we talk about first?
I mean, let's talk about like the little games, like the small announcements. We got hit with Dragon Quest 1+2, which
that's already been announced, but it's like the only thing Square Enix has right now. So
I want to get into those games, man, but RPGs are my weakness. I'll never be
I think like Dragon Quest, like the old one, like old RPGs, because like there's like NES game, like max 30 hours, but they're slower and the story isn't as engaging. So you're really just playing it for the RPG. It's not like no Chrono Trigger where it's like, whoa, it's like you're just like, oh, this is cool.
It's just kind of like classic basic elements: Demon Lord, party members, healer.
So, like if you're going into it like hoping for this grand thing, I mean, there's like a few sleeper picks, but like I don't think Dragon Quest 1 and 2 are gonna be the one. And then
visually looks great.
AI, the Somnium Files, which is like there's a new one, the spin-off. No Sleep for Date. I never played the first one, and then this one's cool.
I know what that
this one's cool is the Persona Rido remaster, which I don't know if you saw the gameplay. It literally just looks like shitty Xenoblade 1.
Is that? I knew it reminded me of something.
The UI looks exactly like Xenoblade 2's UI, and I was like, it just looks like shitty Xenoblade 2. Dude. But this is a cool one. This one was one that was really interesting. Patapon is coming to the Switch. Oh
yeah, that was like a Sony exclusive thing for a while, wasn't it?
That was a PSP thing.
Yeah. Ooh, I didn't know what that was, but it's like a rhythm game or something.
But like, I always think it's super funny because like I didn't think they were gonna do it in the beginning because it was like, oh, it's shorter, so I didn't think there was gonna be any big Nintendo announcement. But like, man, imagine being the dude who goes, I hate RPGs, I hate farming games, and the first direct, like the first 20 minutes is Dragon Quest, and then SMT, Japanese RPG spin-offs. I'd be like,
and then Story of Seasons.
Story of Seasons.
But then
I don't like Story of Seasons.
And then they're talking about
with the cows.
I gave it a shot.
It's like a Harvest
They
Moon
wanted me to marry a girl, and
something.
she looked like a 4-year-old, and I was like, ew. And like never played the game again.
Well,
it's true.
Ooh.
Look at the characters in Story of Seasons 3DS. They look like babies.
They live in a different
That's
country.
A 3DS.
The laws force
It's a 3DS.
No, they look
everything
like
looks small everything looks like a baby on the 3DS, bro. What are you talking about?
They look like babies on the Switch too. I'm looking up right now. Story of Seasons.
We'll pull a picture up.
Besides,
there's Metroid. Metroid kind of looks cool. I don't.
Dude.
We got here Cisco's rant real quick.
This is what we're here for.
I want to hear this because obviously I think the three biggest things obviously they showed off Metroid. There are two other games we'll talk about later on afterwards, but because of that, I feel like Metroid kind of got a little overshadowed by it.
Oh,
so I want
big time.
We knew about Metroid, but like
I think. Well, let's just go.
Metroid got
right to you.
Overshadowed hard as hell, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, where do I start with the Metroid rant? Well, okay. This rant has been said before. I think I've said this on a previous episode of the N10 podcast, or I've said it on the Sandstorm podcast. I don't remember which one. But, like, Metroid is... I think it got, like, the Bayonetta treatment. Like, it's just too niche. Like, everybody knows Samus, but everybody only knows Samus because she wears a onesie, a tight onesie in the freaking... or jumpsuit in the freaking Smash Brothers. And that's all that Samus is known for, is her nice, tight booty and blonde hair and blue eyes. Like, that's all she's known for. And then she puts on the armor suit, and then you got all these dudes who are the biggest Samus fans going, who's that? I don't know who that is. Anyways, my point is that I'm noticing that it's already trending that Metroid Prime lost its hype and everything. And maybe it's true, because I'm not, if I could be straight up, I am excited to play Metroid Prime 4. I want to play it. I'm going to buy it day one. I'm going to play it. I'm not really hyped for it. Like, I'm not hyped. I think I'm more excited about Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven than I am for Metroid Prime.
Do you think it's because of how long?
Because it took way too damn long to bring it. And that's the thing. I understand. People always, and I've had this debate so many times with people. They're like, but you want quality. Oh, a rush game is forever bad. Miyamoto quote. I know. But, like, there, at least in my opinion, there's a point where if you drag it out way too long, I just lose interest. And
Well,
like,
Hmm.
you didn't get.
Oh, go ahead.
anything.
Yeah.
You like there was no information for literally what was it, 7 fucking years?
the whole entire Switch library.
it was
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Switch
entire-
Life
like,
announced at the start, didn't even release at the end.
and like
That's the
that's the
number.
needed
problem
8 years to learn
Because-
how to use the Force, bro.
because this is like a
Psychic
this is gonna be like
powers.
this would be like a Mother 3 game. It's literally like every direct everyone goes, they're gonna finally show Metroid, and it was every Switch direct. How many did we have? Like
a
25.
lot.
A
Like,
lot. There were a lot. Not counting
So,
like
like,
indie
more than
worlds
the
and like
podcast.
partner
So,
showcases. Yeah.
Every Switch direct, someone and like most people and most Metroid fans would go, it's this is it, baby, this is it. So you get like, you're setting yourself up with these super high expectations, and like those expectations like mentally are just only gonna climb more and more. And like it looks great, it looks like it'll be fun, but like you've known about it for forever. It's not like this surprise announcement. You just go, oh, they finally showed it. Whereas
Yeah,
whereas like on the opposite end is like a Rhythm Heaven where like nothing. There's no nothing. The last thing Nintendo ever mentioned Rhythm Heaven was in 2016 when the game went on sale on the 3DS eShop. When it was closing, they didn't mention nothing. No Rhythm Heaven has been mentioned from Nintendo's mouth for like literally over 10 years. So like there is no hope. So it's a surprise. But like this isn't a surprise. It's just like you're gonna die. When is it happening?
Hmm. I would say too, like if you look at, I mean, I don't know the exact number of years, but like look at how they teased Breath of the Wild right when like in development in 2014, and it's like, oh yeah, we're working on it, we're pushing it back a little bit. What is it,
You got to
3-year
see
time
it.
span? Yeah,
Yeah.
but you saw gameplay, you saw concept art, you saw like actually what it could look like on the Wii U and like cutscenes, whatever. And then they show it and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, it's gonna be on our brand new console. That already boosts your sales. But yeah, same thing with this. Only thing we had for years was just the number 4, and you're going an entire console's lifespan, and like, oh yeah, here you go. But by the way, I agree with Cisco. I think it looks good, but definitely like holding out for that long I think it's totally going to impact its release.
Dude,
And I think that's
unfortunately.
exactly what happened to Bayonetta 3. Like it
Yeah.
just was teased for so long. People were like, "Where's Bayonetta 3? Bayonetta 3?" And it came, and then nobody cared. Like everyone's like, "All right, whatever."
I mean,
It's literally
Bayonetta
the
has its
exact same
fans,
thing.
just like every other
But
series.
it's niche.
but-
It's
yeah.
very
It's too
niche.
niche.
Yeah.
How many
I, like-
how many millions of Switches have been sold?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
it's
almost.
like
I think it's the best-selling
like
console now, isn't it? Or
Isn't
is
it
this
like 100 and
Close.
It's like close. It's like right behind the DS, I think.
One of the highest selling.
Yeah,
It's very
166
close.
million, I think.
160 million? Okay, so to give you perspective, 160 million Switches sold. I know some people buy multiple Switches, but again, the general idea: 160 million Switches sold, and then like Bayonetta only sold like I think 1 point something million copies.
Oh,
That
I
is
think
like
it was
that's
around that
less than 1% of the Switches
That's
sold.
and that's like those are like Mega Man numbers. That's what like Mega
Yeah.
Man sells and people celebrate, and that is like literally like defined.
And Metroid sells those numbers. I think Metroid Prime Remastered didn't sell that well. Metroid Dread sold pretty decent, 3
Yeah,
million
Dread
units.
did well.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it,
million
I thought that
units.
did really good.
But the point is, like, it's niche, and like, it's niche, and a lot of people rave about Bayonetta. She's in Smash Brothers, or she's pretty and she's sexy or whatever. But then when it comes down to the game, nobody buys it. And I've been saying this. I said this about Metroid Prime Remastered. Everybody was raving about it. The big YouTubers I know who were not gonna freaking play it were raving about it, making it their whole personality. Suddenly, Metroid Prime Remastered comes out, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is hard. The visors are weird. The controls are weird." I'm like, "Yeah, it's Metroid Prime. It's been like that since what 2001? Like, it's not 20. Yeah, like 2001. Like,
Mhm.
it's always been like that. That's Metroid Prime, and people are playing Metroid Prime and like, I don't like this. This is weird. After
Where's
they
the
were just talking
2D?
smack about the 2D games, saying that those like, why is it 2D? I want to play 3D. I want to be
feel
like
this is
Halo.
I feel like this is a really unique experience to Metroid because like I feel like you were right. Like I feel like so many people are like fucking goon over Samus, but when it comes down to it, they don't actually care about the games. They don't know about the games.
No.
It's like Samus looks cool, or they'll be like Metroid looks cool. The girl Metroid.
Yeah.
yeah,
And-
yeah.
and,
It's
like,
Metroid. Look,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's so like I said this with Metroid Prime Remastered that everyone was raving about it because they shadow dropped that game, and so many people were like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit!" Like Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm like, no one's gonna buy it. Watch, and the people who do buy it that are newcomers are gonna be like weirded out by it, and it happened. So Metroid Prime 4 is the same thing. Everybody's been talking about it. Everyone does. In my Nintendo Direct prediction, Metroid Prime 4. You don't give a crap about Metroid Prime 4. Stop bringing it up. And then here it comes, Metroid Prime 4, and I'm seeing all the big YouTubers turn on Metroid Prime 4, saying, "Oh, it's not so exciting anymore. Oh, it's not that Metroid Prime 4. The hype's dying. Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna turn our back on Metroid Prime 4. Fake fans. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. and also like there's just so many layers to why Metroid I think is struggling to reach those like big numbers with like the other Nintendo titles. Like Splatoon's been doing great. Even Pikmin has been really rising the ranks of Nintendo titles. But with Metroid, I've noticed, as someone who was doing content slightly for Metroid, the fandom's really awful. They're very toxic. And I've joined a lot of fan groups, both like on all different social media platforms for Metroid. Anytime I join a social media platform, I join all the Metroid fan groups. And they're all mega toxic. Get a new joke, Metroid fans. Stop with the other M is trash jokes. It's always the same thing. Oh, Metroid Other M is nowhere near as good as Super Metroid. Yes, we know that. Get a better joke. Like it's all that.
Kingdom Hearts fandom has the same issue.
It has the same problem. And so it becomes very uninviting because now newcomers want to get into Metroid. And it's already this established community that's toxic. And it's like, oh, no, well, I can speedrun Super Metroid in like an hour. You guys don't even play a Metroid game. It's like so many fans are like that. So it's just like it's niche. And then the community's toxic, so then it's even more niche for just the normal fans that just enjoy it.
It's uninviting.
I think
Very
it's
uninviting.
happening. You would hope that Metroid would see the trajectory that something like Fire Emblem and Xenoblade has seen in the last few years, but I think it's actually going the opposite direction. I feel like with every release, I almost feel like it's being more gate-kept. Like, yeah. I feel like as we're getting Xenoblade release after Xenoblade release, it's like the gate's opening. But like I don't know, we'll I feel like we're almost seeing the opposite happen with Metroid here, where it's like the fandom's really kind of gate kept.
And I think that brings up to my next point is that like now with Metroid Prime 4, I noticed it's not inviting. Like I think that's what's killing the hype. They're doing a terrible job of marketing the game because they're like, we've been waiting for this game, and they're just like, Samus, I get it. They're showing us gameplay. That's awesome. But they're kind of just showing Samus walk around, be like, in this world, you can use your arm cannon and shoot aliens and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, dude, no. Like, make it
just like powers. You can use the Mind Stone.
It's the way Nintendo like they're narrating the trailers and stuff. It just seems like they're like, here, we don't care. This is a dumb game. And like, they're not excited.
You know what it is? It's that guy's. I don't even know who he is. The guy who narrates like the direct and like the announcements and like the headlines. It's his voice is just very monotone. So he's like, in an all-new world, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Samus is on a new mission.
See, he doesn't sound like that. You're narrating it like a movie trailer. He's narrating it like...
That's how you want to do it, yeah. And you know...
Metroid is, she's going on the planet or something. I don't know.
Because he probably recorded the lines 8 years ago, and they're like, yeah, record them again.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Run it for a whole other session,
it just doesn't seem very inviting, even to newcomers, like... and that's something I might want to go in the direction of my channel. I might want to figure maybe that's a little personal task I can give myself as a graphic designer / want to be marketer. Like maybe there's a way I can
build your own community, man. I was telling you this last night. You really just kind of gotta make your own Metroid community. You know, build it around your channel and invite people to your Discord.
How can we get Metroid to be like inviting to the general game base? Like because. I think people get even more intimidated when you go like, to catch you up on Metroid, here's all the lore and story, and people are just like, I'm confused, I don't like this.
Yeah, and there's a lot. Like it's pretty complicated. Like even when I was learning about a little bit for Dread, I was like, whoa.
I don't know. Brilliant idea. An endless run Metroid app, like a Temple Run or Jetpack Hero, but Metroid on iPhones, get people reacquainted.
No, that's the worst thing you could do.
I think like
mobile app.
I think like which is interesting, like that they haven't done this for Metroid Prime 4 is like what they did with Pikmin and they're doing for Xenoblade is they put every release that you need to be aware of on the Switch. Like Pikmin saw Pikmin 1+2 right before the release of 4, and then 3 was there as well. So like you have the entire franchise available to you on the Switch.
But I mean, you have the entire Metroid series on the Switch too. Not Metroid Prime, but you have the entire.
But you don't have the Prime series. Yeah, you don't have the Prime series,
we're
which is what you need for
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Why are they sitting on them?
Well, the same reason they're sitting on the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. No fucking reason.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
I,
that
I'm gonna.
princess? I don't even
I'm
decide
gonna.
on that one.
Maybe. Okay, I might be a little crazy about this. Don't need it. Like, I don't know where this fucking like crazy desire is. But like, to me, those games are still super fresh from the Wii U, and I know that we skipped the Wii
Yeah,
U for a
can
lot
you-
of people.
Yeah,
Like-
me. Look, dude,
but,
I don't care.
Whereas
They
that's
have
why
the
I want it so
ports.
bad.
They could just put it on there for $60 and people would still buy it. That's my point.
I think like Skyward Sword was a game that was like way more out of like the back of people's minds. So I'm super glad they did Skyward Sword.
Me too.
I'm more.
I got the
I'm
day
more
one,
keen for
100%.
Yes,
I'd be more keen for some more projects like I could go like late Switch 2 without Twilight Princess Wind Waker.
He wants Link's
As long-
crossbow training.
As long as we're getting stuff like Echoes of Wisdom again, like that is what I.
Yeah,
is
no,
what
that
I'm
was
loving
dope.
with
That
doing
was
with
dope.
Zelda.
I
Like,
love that.
That is such an awesome project, and that is the right direction for Zelda. If they keep doing fucking remakes, Zelda is never gonna get out of the thing. They'll never get out of the trend that people hate a Zelda game until the remake comes out. Like,
Yeah, the better version of it, right?
That's kind of how it was with Skyward Sword. A lot of people
that's
really
exactly
didn't
how
like,
it was with Skyward Sword.
you
It
know,
was
with
like-
the motion controls and shit, right? But now the
People-
Switch
And
has
then,
better
yeah,
ones.
how do you get to the point where like you're just doing remake over remake, right? And it just
Well, I don't
you
wanna-
fall into that.
Well, that's
step.
where it's The Last of Us. It's their fault.
Well, that's Star Fox. They're probably
Oh.
gonna remake
Zelda-
Star Fox again.
Star
Zelda
Fox
and
64.
Pokemon community share this thing where like people can't decide if they like the game or not. Because now there's all this debate of like Black and White is the best game ever made. I'm like, man, in my time, Black and White was shat on.
Hated.
That's the worst Pokemon
Hated
game.
so much.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like,
They hated
it's
it,
literally
yeah.
Like, it's literally like how it goes is like I remember like the debate like started with like for me I was super aware of it like Twilight Princess to go and you're going into Skyward Sword and everyone's like Twilight Princess is stupid, it's overrated, Ocarina of Time is fucking better, it looks better, it's like they're like
See-
yeah, this is a way prettier and technically capable game than Twilight Princess. I'm like, what are you fucking
All right,
talking
see,
about?
that's the
And
thing
then
I forgot.
Skyward Sword comes out, and everyone's like, "Dude, Twilight Princess, I can't believe this shit. It's on the same console." I'm like, "Where are you talking about? Like, where does this come from?" And then like Wind Waker HD came out, and immediately they're like, "Yeah, I don't know about this whole Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword."
Yeah.
Oh my God, every year.
No,
It's like,
my beef
what
with
are we
Zelda
talking
fans.
about?
No, my big beef with Zelda fans right now is why is there now sudden like a majority of hate for Breath of the Wild? I still think that's a 10
No,
out
no,
of
no.
10
Yeah.
game.
It's the opposite
Yeah.
right now.
Brown-
Everyone's glazing Breath of the Wild compared to Tears of the
Oh,
Kingdom.
Because they
now.
hate tears. They don't like tears. Yeah.
Wait, what? I got the opposite reaction. I
No,
get
no,
it.
no.
People do not like
I
tears.
don't
see
know.
glaze
Yeah.
for tears and hate for Breath of the Wild.
No, no,
But
no,
I'm
I
like,
said
I
the
want
worst.
Breath of the Wild remake now for Switch.
oh,
2.
heck no.
No.
I'm
Fuck
coming.
that
I
shit.
swear. I
No.
can bet
Fuck
my.
that
Switch
shit.
2
I
upgrade.
know.
That's all we need for all these games. Switch 2 upgrade.
Well, I
Ugh.
think that's another point. I think that's the whole thing behind the virtual cards. That's how you're gonna port your Switch games to Switch 2 and have Switch 2 versions of the games. Because I feel like it's gonna be like a PS5 upgrade thing, right? Like you'll have like a technically advanced Breath of the Wild on Switch 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. So they'll run
Oh
it.
yeah.
They'll run it
Mhm.
like 4K 120. I feel like I know we've only a couple days away. I'm really gunning for the hope that we do get like this super technically advanced Switch 2. Like I hope it's a fucking machine and it's gonna run all these amazing games. Because like right around the like a bunch of the heavy rumors when we were getting they were like, oh, a direct's coming. There's rumors for Metal Gear coming to it, the remake and rebirth Final Fantasy VII. And like those are probably some of the most technically advanced games as far as like lighting and
Yeah,
shit on
just like
modern
graphic
hardware.
heavy, you know.
Mhm.
If
Which,
it has to compete with the Steam Deck, like no
I- like, and
question. If it wants to
there's this-
succeed, it has to compete with it.
And there's this super common misconception is that the display on the Switch needs to be 4K. And it's like, no, that's not
No,
how it works.
no.
If you have the OLED Switch versus the regular Switch looks so much nicer compared to each other because you're getting more higher, like way higher vibrance and just like
You
it's
know?
everything. Like, look at how my lighting setup looked between my light being on and off. Fucking way better. But it's like, if you get a 1080 Switch that can run 4K displays, like downscale, if you're downscaling from 4K, oh my gosh, it's going to look so good.
Mhm.
But like, Cisco was over when I did it for the first time. I take my Switch, I've got a nice big 4K display in my living room, and I put Xenoblade X on the fucking TV, and I went, holy shit, this looks good. Like, it looks crystal fucking clear. That shit, I couldn't believe that. I thought that was gonna look like doo-doo ass on my big TV. It looked
I was
nice.
playing it on my Switch Lite. It survived. I mean, my Switch Lite was burning my hands, but it survived.
Oh man! If you think that's bad, dude, how about I think we feel the people that like didn't ever get another Switch, and we're still on like the first gen Switch from 2017. Like my shit
Yeah, you
is
guys are the ride or
kicking up
dies.
fumes.
I have the 2017 as well. My day one Switch.
I
Yeah.
have 3 Switches. The version 2, the OLED, but I'm still playing on my version 1.
Yeah.
My
Mhm.
God.
It's holding strong. I don't have any issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, I feel like because like for me, like I got the OLED right, but that was about I want to say 3-ish years. It will be 3 years ago. But like to see like that times like not time skip, but like that time jump already of like it's only been 3 years, then I'm already potentially upgrading to a Switch 2 already. Whereas the time frame from the Switch 1 to the OLED was a bit longer, so it made more sense to upgrade. But now you're just like, okay, well if I got this one. Doesn't make sense for them to make an OLED Switch 2 as well, because if you're trying to rely on technical and, an enhancement when it's in docked mode, then I don't think an OLED version makes sense for that. But they could even make another version of it as well and potentially make it like a Pro, or maybe if this is technically the Pro, could there be like something else with it as well? But so my hope is like literally I just get the Switch 2 and like that just survives for the next like however long the Switch 2 will be a thing. That's my only thing. And key is blurry. Look at that.
Dude, I'm trying to get refocused. I moved it, and it's just.
Pull it back.
Hey, do the hand trick.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you
cool.
go. Yeah. Much better.
I was like, damn, this is how it's gonna be, huh?
I really
yeah.
hope we get those Switch 2 upgrades. I mean, I think it's very simple. You just
Yeah.
on PS5, it's really simple.
I feel bad for all the parents who bought their kids an OLED this Christmas.
I know.
Oh yeah. And who will do the same thing again this year too. They're like, oh, the Switch 2 is too expensive. Here, you can have the regular Switch.
I
Didn't
work on this.
It's exactly what's gonna happen. Yep.
Yeah. Like,
Rhythm Heaven.
kind of looking back to Skyward Sword, this is a really quick story. When I got Skyward Sword for the Wii, my sister got for me for Christmas, and she said that, oh yeah, just go ahead and play it. We got down there, we plugged in our regular Wii remotes and whatever, and we just sat there like, why isn't it working? We didn't have the fucking Wii Motion Plus thing. So she got in the car like the next day, but waiting for us to go get that Switch like Wii Motion Plus the next day when all the stores were open again was painful, dude. Because I just really want to fucking play it, It was ridiculous. I really feel bad, like you said, for the people that are going to be getting Switch 1 and then a Switch 2 video game on Christmas Day. Moving back to the Direct thing, I want to talk like about the 2 other big ones that we got, because the rest of the small ones, we could talk for a couple minutes about them, but I think we're mostly here to talk about the 2 random shadow drop games that everybody's like freaking out about, and that's Rhythm Heaven
Rift
Paradise.
of the Necrodancer.
I see. Yeah.
Hey, Pepino from Pizza Tower's in that one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
Rift
was
of
gonna say we could.
Necrodancer-
Yeah.
Rift of the Necrodancer got completely overshadowed in that direct. Super cool game. Definitely worth checking out. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was a fun time
we
to
were
play
at
it
PAX
West.
East. That was being demoed still.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I played it
Pa-
back at
yeah,
PAX West.
we played that at PAX West, baby.
2022.
Yeah.
The game's too
2022, I
hard.
think we played that.
Mhm.
It is hard. The game is hard as
We're
shit.
like on level 4 and we can't pass it now.
Yeah.
Like
But,
4 levels.
Speaking of awesome rhythm games, Rhythm Heaven, I actually cannot believe that we are getting another Rhythm Heaven game. Like
Groove. I like
it feels weird. Like I like Cisco can vouch that. I think like we've been talking about this for like 5 or 6 years. Like we did the end. I think I got super obsessed with Rhythm Heaven. It was
We
like
did
what
the
that was like
anniversary video.
the
That's how it
anniversary
happened.
video. Yeah,
I think we were talking about it. You were just freshly into like the Rhythm Heaven.
yeah, I was
And
playing.
we were like,
Rhythm
let's do it. Let's freaking do
Yeah.
it. Like, I was like, yes. Like, I was like, we got to do Rhythm Heaven.
and then
we
like
did it.
yeah, and like which is so exciting. Like we see that announcement. We just rewatched that video yesterday, and it's like, man, that's such a cool project we did. But
Mhm.
it's crazy. I didn't think we were gonna get one. That was like one of the ones where it's like a Kid Icarus or like it was like a Mother 3 where I just wrote it off in my head. I'm like, we're not getting it. Like,
that's the type of game too, where even if it does sell like 1 million or so, like that's like a win, you know,
Yeah.
or like
I
even
think
more than
it'll
that. That's a big win.
I feel like Rhythm Heaven, like the thing is like WarioWare is so it's the same studio, and like it's crazy because like I kept getting fucking blue balls by both WarioWare games because it's the same studio that makes them, and it was like, oh shit, like they're cooking. Like there was Rhythm Heaven characters in the WarioWare. Was the Shake It Up? No,
Oh really?
The other one. You Get It Together.
Also,
Lots of Rhythm Heaven.
New Year. Also, a N10 video project, the September one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And so it's sweet, and the new one looks sweet. Like it looks so good. I'm excited. It's the same charm, new console. I like.
A couple of same characters too.
I love the egg.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god! Just go, like, what is this? Oh my god!
Dude, I'd love to have seen your reactions to it.
I've been seeing so much hype for it because like I didn't think so many people would recognize what it was like right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like the text font and like the sound effect, you're like, oh shit, yeah.
But
it's
I think
recognizable.
I think the Switch is being so successful has like such a bigger pool of audience for it to pull from, and I think this will be the most successful Rhythm Heaven title, and that'll keep that series alive. Like I feel like that's almost a guaranteed thing, like because it just there's been so much hype for it. Like it gets introduced through things like the community is very much kept Rhythm Heaven alive. Like Heaven Studio is a really cool project, so like a lot of that's gonna carry over to this, which is super cool and makes me excited because like it just gives more of a chance for Rhythm Heaven to thrive and an opportunity to see more games, not just more Rhythm Heaven games, more games like Rhythm Heaven and WarioWare, which I think are some of the most fun and overlooked Nintendo projects that we ever get. Like,
yeah,
it's like we're talking about that realm of like a Katamari Damacy, like a really cool niche project, but like just deserves a home on the Switch.
That game's hard, bro.
Wait, Katamari Damacy's hard, really?
I can't control it.
You're just rolling dirt, dude. You're rolling a ball. You're rolling a ball, Litz.
You're like a dung beetle.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I know. Let's talk about Cisco's favorite announcement.
Tamagotchi Plaza.
Tamagotchi Plaza was a big one for Cisco, but it was actually Saga Frontier 2 remastered. I know, man. You've been waiting since the PS1 for Saga Frontier 2. Cisco,
I don't know what that is.
The floor is yours, buddy. Talk about it.
I was snoozing and I was texting you guys on Snapchat whenever there wasn't a big time announcement. I don't know half the games that were announced, but there was one really cool one. I forgot what it was called. It looked like World of characters.
You know, real quick too, before we get to the other big one, the biggest surprise I feel like of the whole thing. There was that one game. I don't know if you guys have ever played Monument Valley before, but that was
iPhone. They put the fucking iPhone game on the Switch.
Dude, that brought me back to middle school, man. I played the entirety of that game on my iPhone C, cool? Like my green iPhone 5 or whatever, and I played the shit out of it, and I remember all the puzzles. I was like, this is so cool.
And I know, a third one.
And yeah, exactly. They're making a Switch exclusive one, which is so. I mean, I don't know if it's exclusive or not, but the way that it looked like they were talking about it feels like it's just gonna be a Switch exclusive game. Which I might pick it up as just a fun little thing, but I just thought it was cool that a game that was really only on the phone is now, on Switch. Just some fun, a nice little interesting thing.
Another interesting one is everybody's golf shop.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
So apparently the big part of this coming out is the studio that made Patapon and Everybody's Golf Pause. Japan Studios, who would be behind Last Guardian and what's the one? It's gonna
Shadow of Colossus.
Shadow of Colossus. Yeah. It's the Gravity Rush, the studio behind Gravity Rush as well.
Gravity Rush. Yes.
They apparently Sony has took them out back and shot them and said, "Give all your IP to Nintendo." Like genuinely, that's why we're seeing all these games on the Switch, which is interesting. I don't know what that means.
That studio that made Gravity Falls is a really good studio. They're really good games.
Yeah, they are great. Gravity Falls, great TV show. Gravity Rush, also a good video game.
I mean, that's two today. First was the Metroid Prime 2. Oh yeah,
Hey, if you know, watch the shorts, everyone. Watch the shorts.
The light suit in 3. That was 2. I knew that. I promise I knew that.
Yeah. All right, hot take. I was happy to see it, but I was not. My socks are not blown off for Tomodachi Life.
Really?
Yes.
Really quick.
Okay, wait.
Really
Show
quick.
Who has played Tomodachi Life?
I love the shit out of it.
Yeah,
I played
well
it.
played.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, really quick. When Tamagotchi Plaza popped up for the direct, I thought that was gonna be Tomodachi Life. I got the two mixed up for a sec.
Well, I was reading the list of all the games that were coming out, and I kept reading Tamagotchi Life, and I'm like, that wasn't the order of the direct. Tamagotchi Plaza, I mean. But, it looks awesome.
It does. It looks okay.
Like,
I mean, it looks great, but
I love the cell shaded Miis. Like that's a new look. Like I think it looks super pretty. Yeah, they got ears.
It's neat. They
I have one complaint about it though. The world looks flat. It looks so much smaller compared to the 3.
Yeah, it looks just like that Animal Crossing game.
That's what my thing was. I was just
I
like,
thought it was Animal Crossing until they farted.
Yeah.
I think we all knew that. I was like, oh, wait a second. I don't know. I just feel like because of how New Horizons is or like was, and like just how everyone kind of feels about it now, 5 years after its release, released at a very crucial time in the world, and that made total sense why it like blew up in popularity and purchasing and all that. But I feel like just because of that, I'm just like seeing how this one looks. I'm just like, I don't know. Like I don't feel like I want to put all that investment into that one again. You know what I mean? Because like the 3DS one for me, I don't have it anymore because I lost it when I was a kid. It was just I know. I was so pissed off. Out of all the 3DS games that I still have, that's the one I just somehow cannot find. It's somewhere here. But like
mine's Heart Gold.
It's just like I mean the 3DS one, it made so like total sense for the 3DS because of how interactive and how you could have like that stupid ass baby on the 3DS and you could like talk, you could chuck your 3DS all over the place, right? And do whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Taking the 3DS.
But like it might just be a me thing, and I might have get it me. It might just have to take a little bit of time. Shut up. There's a little bit more time for me to get excited about it. Just like, but I don't know. It's just something about I'm just like. That's great, but I'm just like I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
actually,
how to feel like 100% about it yet.
Yeah, you just reminded me. I actually did tell a friend. I talked to a friend about this last night, where I was like, these games are great. I love Tomodachi Life and I love Rhythm Heaven, but I know they're going to be full price $60 games, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
That's true.
These are very content light games. Totally. Tomodachi Life for 60 because I thought 40 for the 3DS was pretty expensive, but
dude,
it was so charming, and it was a
new Super Mario Bros. 2
really
for $40, and yeah, no, I was like no good, no
There's
good.
a couple games for 40 on the 3DS. I was like, sheesh, and now we're gonna be paying 60, maybe 70 if this is a Switch 2 and they want to go that route. But
God,
yeah,
no.
I think it's
not for mini.
They better not be charging 70 for.
Maybe that's the marketing strategy to get people to buy the Switch 2. Since they're going to spend so much money on the Switch 2, make the new Switch 2 games like $40. I don't see Tomodachi Life being 60. Hopefully,
I don't know, man. I mean, one two Switch was fucking $50, man, and I spent that thing day one.
And 1-2 everybody Switch ended up being 30.
Oh, that's
really?
Right. Okay. Well, I forgot about that. That probably makes sense. I forgot about that game.
They I think because of the hype, they'll definitely price it full price. So thank all of the weird comfort game girlies who moved from Animal Crossing and remembered Tomodachi Life on their 3DS. So,
yeah,
that's the audience. Yeah.
Speaking of that literally when I wasn't like as excited as you guys are, but when I told Evie about it, she never shuts up about Tomodachi Life on her DS, dude. And when I told her that there was a new one coming out, she was like freaking out.
That's a game we're gonna pick up when I'm in Japan. I gotta get the DS version of that
Yeah,
game.
roll on my
hey, not if I get all the copies first, man.
We'll
I'm
make
going there
movies
first.
every day.
That's sounds like he's serious about that too. Yeah, that's true. That is like one of the biggest appeals of it for me is that it's just Mii's and you can do whatever the hell you want with them. Mii Sims, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
wait, I didn't put that together till just now, but that makes total sense why she likes that game now.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, same thing as Cisco said too. Like, it's gonna be priced pretty high, I imagine. For if you played anything that's kind of remotely close to it, maybe that's the only real appeal is that because it's Mii's, you can put whatever you want there with it. But for me, I feel like I wouldn't justify me spending $60 on it. At least not yet. Maybe if they show off some more stuff, Who knows? Maybe if enough time passes. But initial reaction, I'm just like I'm just kind of iffy about it.
I mean, for the hype, they definitely didn't need to show anything off. Just they'd be like, "Hey, we're making
just the name."
It. It's
Yeah.
like everyone's like,
No, but then you get a Metro Prime 4 situation where you have to.
Oh,
wait
you're
7
right.
years for
Yeah,
the
I'm
game.
glad they actually showed gameplay too. Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
Uh,
Isn't that crazy that we're gonna be at a point now where, whatever happens with Metroid Prime 4, you're gonna look back on it and say like, imagine like what if it came out years earlier, and then think like, how could that have affected like the trajectory of the Switch in general? What if it was a launch title too?
like
Imagine
Breath
that.
of the Wild.
Yep. I feel like it makes sense why they wouldn't want to do it with so many big heavy hitters that year, because 2017 we were so spoiled with how much like first party titles we got.
Were we?
In terms of like, yeah, oh yeah, are you kidding me? You got Mario Kart 8, well, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, whatever. You get
Same game
Arms.
from
No, it's 2017 Arms went
Oh,
crazy.
Arms
I
is
don't
another
know what
tech
to say.
demo.
Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Breath of the Wild, Splatoon
You say
2.
Odyssey?
Was
And
Odyssey also that
Arms.
year?
Yeah,
Odyssey
everything was
was also that
2017. Yeah,
Odyssey
And
was-
Rabbids.
Rabbids, Pokken Tournament. I always love that one. But yeah, like that
Yeah,
first
so many games.
that first time frame was like there was so many like, and then year after that,
Oh,
Smash
you know what,
Bros.
though? I think Xenoblade was 2018.
No. Xenoblade 2 was
That was
2017.
December, year 1.
2017,
Oh,
yep,
was it?
December.
Oh,
Yep.
All right, this is actually
I
perfect. It was gonna lead. It's leading right into the question I wanted to ask that I mentioned earlier.
Ooh,
Now
yeah.
that the Switch 1 is at the end of its life, technically, and we're approaching the Switch 2, what was your favorite game from the Switch 1?
Ooh.
Damn it.
Nothing announced for the Switch 2. Just Switch
What's my
1.
favorite game?
That's tricky. I
Both of my
think
games right now.
Think back. What was the one that impacted you the most? What's the one that you could not sleep a wink, just counting down the days, waiting for that game to come
definitely
out?
for me, it's Xenoblade 3. Like that is probably arguably one of my favorite games of all time.
That's
Not
definitely
even
top
just,
10 for me, Xenoblade
like,
3.
that game is probably one of, like, just will go down forever as one of my favorite games. But like I think as far as like how much love I got out of it and like how much it's probably like was the ideal Switch experience game was definitely Breath of the Wild too. Like that's a really high contender for that spot.
Did you say Breath of the Wild 2 or like Breath of the Wild
Breath of the Wild also.
Okay,
not-
okay. It's like, wait, what?
As well.
Tears of the
I haven't revisited Tears of the Kingdom, but like I revisited the hell out of Breath of the Wild. Like I have like I think I have like 400 500 hours in that game. Like
Mhm.
I think that easily is one of my most played games.
Steven
Yeah.
has like 8,000 hours on that game.
Jeez,
You know-
damn.
I don't think
You
you
know
guys
what,
remember Steven.
Oh no, I do. Yeah, I
Or
remember that
Stefani
name.
or, I think it's
I'll-
Steven.
Another good one is Arceus. Pokemon Arceus. That's a
That's
really-
good. That's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Checking out stores every day for the potential early release. I wanted to play that game so bad. I worked the midnight release for that when I was at GameStop too.
Yeah, did you manage to
Ooh.
snag a copy that night, or did you have to wait till tomorrow?
I did. I brought one home.
Good.
Nice.
Did you steal the
Ooh.
stand for it too, Litz? Or...
No stand, sadly. I have the poster.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that's pretty good.
That's still
I'll take
pretty
that.
good, yeah. That's gonna cost like
Oh.
$100 in like 2 years. Just wait.
Nice.
I think I also have two for mine. Maybe even three. I really don't know. But I think I'll go like in order from third to first. Third, I definitely think was Mario Odyssey, just because like I feel like the hype around that game, like it's like the big like seasonal game to come out in November. It was October. And like
Mario Day.
they hyped it up so much, like the marketing, the presentation. Like I still have right here, because of that, I still have my Mario cereal from Odyssey.
Oh
from all
my
those years
god,
ago.
dude! I remember
I still-
that.
I still have it, and with the meatball functionality, by the way. And because like it was just like, the first big Mario game on this brand new console, and it looks great. The worlds look so engaging. Replaying it I actually just replayed it like not even that long ago, but like it's fun to revisit, see how different the worlds are. Even like the love and care given into like being like to Mario fans, especially the costumes. One of them was like the N64
That was cool.
Mario like polygon suit. I thought that was cool. and it was just like a fun time overall, like to play that game. Like this is so cool. Like everyone's dancing. Jump Up Superstar was so hyped up as like the anthem of that time. So I really love that. It's just that for it. But if I'm thinking like overall, like that's a great contender. I kind of have to say Smash. I think Smash Ultimate is like the Switch game because of how one it brought in so many new people to play it on the Switch and be introduced to all these new characters and all these from these franchises who, because of that, maybe it might be an indirect result, got new games for those franchises, and now you're seeing people play them because, like, it could be a bad thing. It's like, oh yeah, I played Samus and Smash, and here I'm playing Metroid. But sometimes it's a good thing. Like, you discover these games because of Smash Brothers, and I feel like that's the case for so many of us, is we found out about these other games because of Smash Bros. And Ultimate having, the whole concept of everyone is here, just like that banner right there, seeing all these characters interact, and going to like hanging out and being there for the launch of it, I feel like just made it like so worth it. Like, yes, this is the game meant for the Nintendo Switch, and like up and over.
And you're forgetting something. It was one of the first big N10 meetups, and we've had so many N10 events surrounding that game in late night.
That is true.
The whole first era of N10 was just Smash Bros.
I think that's probably the game we played the most with each other, and just like probably one of the most played games. Like I think
I have easily like 700 hours in that game.
Yeah, right. But then I would be amiss if I didn't mention Splatoon. But I feel like Splatoon 2 especially, just because of like, hey, this is like Splatoon 1 was so successful on the Wii U on a console that not many people played and people skipped entirely. So this is a brand new introduction for people to play. That's the type of game that's become so successful that now Splatoon is recognized as one of the flagship titles of Nintendo. So I definitely think Splatoon 2 had a huge hand in that, and I loved playing it for the Splatfest, for all the content I made with it, for all the friends I met because of it as well. So
I got that game just
easily
so I
my
could play
top
with
three.
you.
Yeah, exactly. So those are easily my top 3 Switch games of all time. And there's probably some more I'm forgetting about. Obviously, you said Arceus. That's a really good contender. Breath of the Wild 2. Not 2, but as well.
Okay.
That's also a big one as well. And yeah, there's just so many good ones. But those are my top 3.
All right.
That's my piece.
I want to hear from you, man. You've probably collected more Switch games than anyone, honestly, maybe.
Collected them, but probably never played them. But I have to say, and it's a shame, Mario Party, all 3 of them. Now,
all 3 of them.
I'm ashamed that I didn't get to experience Mario Party as much as I love with you guys. But outside of here, Mario Party was let's bring all my friends on board and play together. I think Mario Party, Jamboree, and all the other ones is my most played games. Every time a friend comes over, they do not leave my house without getting in a 10-round match. Like, Mario Party carried the Switch for me. It was my introduction game to try to get people to buy the Switch. All my memories out on and off camera are around that game. And I wish I played more with you guys. So another pick I want to pick that like connects me with all of you guys on a personal level would be Animal Crossing and preparing your island and
dude,
the Olympic.
Of course, I just talked about Animal Crossing.
I was gonna say like,
yeah, that is a very big one
That is
too.
a really good pick.
I feel like that's the ones you stream a lot too, or like Mario Party and sometimes Animal Crossing as well, just because of how so many people play them and how easy it is just to play together.
And Pac-Man 99, but
Of
that
course.
left a hole in my heart.
Dude, I remember Pac-Man 99 days with Litz, dude. I wouldn't catch a single stream where he wasn't playing that game.
All right, Cisco, what do you got?
Really quick.
I
think we're flexing our Switch collections really quick, so I just wanted to... That's my whole stack.
I'll bring on mine.
It's probably pitiful compared to everyone else's, but
I don't have a organized stack. You can kind of see the background here, but it's some of them.
Games everywhere.
That's like half of them.
Cisco probably still has some games like in a box somewhere, bro.
Dude, you guys are flexing. You guys are flexing Paper Mario Jamboree. I mean Paper Mario. Dude, I'm messed up today. Mario Party Jamboree. I haven't played that one yet. It's still in the wrapper.
Ooh,
Hey,
play it.
we should get another collab going.
I got this one. Do you know what this is? I don't even know what this is.
I forgot to give that ice. That's from Nate.
Yeah.
I know Cisco's favorite. It's Mario plus Rabbids.
I don't know how you guys are showing off Switch collections without having
Cool,
this
cool.
game in there.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go. I got mine.
You
I
better
got the other
fucking-
3. Does that count?
You gotta get this one.
There you go. I got these are all my Switch games right here.
Wow.
Brandon is a good Nintendo servant. He
He gets it all,
You
man.
see it on the shelf. He's got like 2 entire shelves filled, and he even has them where he's stacking them on top of each other because they don't
yeah.
fit.
Mine
Jeez.
stack.
got,
Mine
like, the whole
stack
collection.
here, and then I've got a couple like. What are my like? This is like my unplayed section.
What the fuck is that?
Nice.
I thought he was eating popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
look
read
at that. Oh,
Hey,
got the amiibo.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, you know what I realized too? I feel like I don't think we mentioned it or anyone else hasn't really at all. But I think this also kind of marks the end of amiibo as well.
That's sick.
Moving
Maybe.
forward, unless maybe I don't know yet because there is amiibo functionality. So unless they make some more, I don't. I mean,
I don't mind.
Okay.
Amiibo are way too expensive. What the hell are they thinking? The Amiibo are like $20 now.
They're getting
The-
really
The
expensive.
Amiibo at Noah was $40. And I was like,
because the quality's going up. The quality of
No,
the
it's
figures.
not.
Actually,
They're
oh, it's
No
no
more
not?
more.
McDonald's toys.
hell no, they're not. They look like
Dude.
McDonald's toys, bro. Like the Smash Bros.
just-
Amiibo still have the
hold
higher
on.
quality than the newer ones.
I don't know, man. Big Man looks really good here. Check it out.
Let me see.
And that was,
okay,
but that's like a $40 one.
No,
yeah,
no. They're not.
No, okay.
Look- look-
The
look at
Splatoon
Marie.
ones always snap though. The Splatoon ones always look the best.
Marie looks
Okay,
awesome.
those
I
look
love
good.
her design. Yeah.
No, I agree. The Splatoon ones, like, they killed it with that. I saw it at Aiden's house, and I was so disappointed. I was like, I didn't get those. Oh, they look amazing.
They're good amiibo, yeah.
But no, like, I'm talking
An
about
amiibo.
like, I'm talking about like some of these newer ones I've been buying. I'm like, bro, they don't look that good. Like I don't know.
The cheeks.
Alright.
And then like they even reprinted some of the Mario Party ones. Those used to be cheap. Those used to be like $11.99 or some shit, and
I
now
like
they're
the other ones.
expensive.
I've got a stack here of sealed games. These are all brand
Oh,
new.
shit.
Sealed? Let me see.
He hasn't opened them. He hasn't played them.
Fake fan.
RPG, Thousand Year,
Oh my
Wait, you
god.
got the slipcover? How?
Canada exclusive, Pikmin 1+2, Bravely
Bravely
Default,
Default. Wow, wow.
Cameo. Yeah.
And here,
Sick.
Never open, not even touched.
trash, bro.
I have that one. Let's.
Can we talk?
Wait,
I'm kidding. That's my new biz. Amul's
Real-
trash.
Everyone
quick.
wanted Gino back. We got Gino back, and now they can't sell the fucking game.
That's dude.
it's
Uh-oh.
English.
That's
not
No,
again.
no. Wait. Before we get back into that, I want to hear Cisco's favorite games, bro.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Go
That's
for,
right.
go for it, yeah.
Well, okay, so all you guys were talking about all your favorite games. Man, did that put me through memory lane. Like, I started having flashbacks with Smash Brothers and Animal Crossing, and holy crap. Even
Mhm.
Splatoon, man. Like, Splatoon 2, I like to take a big dookie on Splatoon 3, minus the story. But Splatoon 3
That's fair.
was,
That's
I mean,
fair.
Splatoon 2 was solid, man. Like, the salmon run, I wish it was 24 hour. I don't know why I hate it when they did the 12 hours a day thing. But salmon run and I mean, I have so many memories of playing online with that game.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, just incredible. So many games you guys mentioned. And I have so many memories of all these games. Now, my favorite, it's a really tough pick. It's like you guys said, like you can almost not even pick one. A lot of you guys are picking like three top.
Yeah, that's
top
what.
three.
That's
Top
not
three,
fair.
yeah.
It's like a lot of those were gonna be like my number one. I think you guys had to go and be
Yeah,
special
yeah.
and steal
You
it.
can still pick them, but you maybe have a different reason for them.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I only have one
it's
game
hard,
on here
man.
that
Like you said,
nobody
Animal
else has
Crossing,
picked.
Smash Brothers,
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild, like those are top picks as well. But for me, what was really personal to me and what stood out a lot, again, very tough. I know Pikmin 4 would be like the obvious pick, but actually Pikmin 3 was the one I played like endlessly on the Switch.
Mm.
I think I did like 5 runs of that on the Switch. It was crazy. Pikmin 3 is a big one for me, as well as Metroid Dread. I think that's one of the best Switch games, best Metroid games ever. And I know a lot of you guys like this one. It didn't get mentioned. Three Houses, Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I was
Big ass title,
That's a
like-
big one, yeah.
Yep. But my favorite, I think the one that I have to choose is Pokemon Sword and Shield. That one introduced
Ooh.
online co-op. I think it has people say it has the worst graphics. I think it has the best graphics. If you go back and you look at how like
Yeah, compared
it
to Scarlet and
looks-
Violet, for sure.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
it looks so good. I love the curry when you were making the curry and you had the tent. I don't know, there's like a lot of emotional moments too, where I met so many people in the community. I was streaming the game and we would do the raids, and man, I would do those raids till like 4 or 5 in the morning on stream. I couldn't stop raiding, that was so much fun streaming the whole game. And then there's the Yamper who evolves into Bolton, and my dog had passed away, Rocky, and so I named Bolton Rocky, and I was just like traveling this region with him, and like he did the final blow in the tournament at the end of the game. Like it was just such a good feel good thing. But then like post game, like the DLC, I thought was really awesome. And then I think what was really amazing about Sword and Shield is that's when I got into Pokemon VGC, and that's when I started going to the regionals. And I had this huge moment where I transferred my Pokemon from Pokemon Emerald. Like I had my Groudon, and then I used the Zacian that I got in Sword and Shield, and a couple of my Mons scattered throughout all the different regions. I made a team of that and used it at the regionals, and it was such a cool moment to really have cool, to be at a regional. And I beat one of the top like 16th players of worldwide of Pokemon. I got lucky, but I beat him, and like that was forever my like stamp of like, wow, Cisco, like you be a top player. And a lot of people thought that I had like a lot of promise because I did that, but went downhill. Went downhill after that. Yeah, that was a one and done. That was my one only achievement. After that, I went downhill. But then like I remember because I got VGC, we did the N10 Olympics. And then we did a Pokemon tournament, and like we were all battling. Like that's a big memory. Teaching Aiden how to like set up the Mons. He had the Ice Cube, like
the team. Yep. And then he clutched against me in that battle. I remember that battle. Yeah.
I think I fought against Lazy as well. Like it just good memories of Sword and Shield. Mm-hmm. Lots and lots of good memories. And I think that's why Sword and Shield is one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. I'll always give it to Emerald to be my favorite of all time, but I think Sword and Shield is like 2 or 3 my favorite. So
that's good. That's good.
Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's it.
Sick.
But what about that one tree?
That's what I don't understand. We gotta take a massive dookie and throw the game in the trash because one tree looked bad. No, low key, the Sword and Shield story was dookie, but I still like it.
Yeah, Hop's still kind of weak ass, man. I'm sorry.
Hop was lame.
Sorry, man.
Hop was Hop should have went a villain route. They should have just full sent it. And Sony,
potential for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Key, what do you got?
All right, well, you guys Cisco took the last one that I was gonna mention. Three Houses. Like
we can talk about 3 Houses. Yeah,
3 Houses is really good. It's really special to me, and I'll tell you why. Steph was actually the one that gave me that game. Like he sent it to me. I didn't pay him for it. He just mailed it to me, and I played the hell out of it. I beat that game. It's one of the only Switch games in this stack that I've actually can say with full confidence that I've completely beaten. You know?
Wow.
That one is a big deal to me. Of course, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, those are all up there. But I'm just going to say 3 other ones that also just mean a lot because you guys took the rest, you motherfuckers. Okay, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. That was a game that was on the GameCube. I was so excited for when it came out. I started playing the single player, and then I remembered, dude, I can play this multiplayer. And then I started finding friends like, oh, dude, yeah, come over, we're going to play this. And then I found out you can't play it multiplayer locally. They each have to have their own copy of the game and play it online only. It's like the reverse problem. Like finally I have people I can play it with, but now
they can't decide which route they want to go.
Exactly.
Nope. No, exclusively online, exclusively local. Come on.
No, it messes
you
with
can never
me.
Decide.
The other big one, you guys probably saw my reaction to it, was Link's Awakening. When that first came out with a remake for that. That shit, I popped off, dude. I saw it right away.
That is Link's Awakening.
Yeah. That was a big one for me. And then, kind of cheating, but it's another Zelda game, Skyward Sword HD.
Yeah.
That was my favorite Switch game.
I think that summer it came out was probably some of the most fun I had playing Switch, like playing Pokemon Unite all the time and games like that. That was 100%. Such a good time.
One of my favorite summers ever. Like we would stay up every single night cranking out those games. And I remember at that time I was I have those. I never use them.
I use them.
But I remember remodeling my room, so I was sleeping on a mattress on the floor and was just like sword.
I remember that.
Good times.
Really good times.
That's awesome that we all have different choices for. I mean, we still have our big picks, obviously the big ones, but also just ones that are personal to us. So that's really cool to see. And I'm sure you watching, you looking at you right now, you have your own picks as well. So why not drop it in the comments? What's your favorite Switch game of all time? You got some good picks. Probably have some sleeper ones, some really bad ones. If you say ARMS is your favorite game of all time, you're lying to yourself.
You're
you're smart. Don't listen to the guy whose favorite game is Splatoon 3.
Buddy, did you not just did I mention Splatoon 3 at all? Am I in top 3 at all? Did you not hear me?
Smash Brothers.
Oh my god, this guy has it out for me.
Last time I ever played Smash Brothers because someone told me to kill myself because I was playing banjo.
Oh my god. Hey, before we start going on another whole tangent about fucking Smash Brothers, I could feel like that could be its own podcast episode. I think we do need to end this here, but we're gonna try to come back. I think after the Switch 2 is revealed next
we'll
week.
have lots to
Yeah,
talk
this
about.
will be up beforehand, and just want to say I'm ready for it. I'm excited for this new era. You know, could be also be a sign of new times for N10 as well. You know, subscribe now if you want to check it out. But yeah, man, this is it. We're entering a whole new era chapter of Nintendo.
Yeah. Any closing words from
exciting.
everyone? Got anything else you want to say to end it off?
A new era's coming.
Yeah, Cisco.
Who's a new era, and why is he?
Aiden. Aiden's new captain of Nintendo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. New captain.
Might be.
Honestly.
Named by RJ Omega.
I'm so excited to go out because like April is like we're gonna get all the Switch 2 stuff. I at the end of the month get to go and try the Switch 2. I got tickets.
Oh, yeah, breaking news. Yeah.
So jealous.
And I get to go play it, and like that's been in the back of my mind, but I'm like now it's like mentally like, holy shit, April's here. Like holy shit, I'm gonna get to go try it. Because like at first when I was like, oh, I won, that's cool. Now I like, wait, I get to go try the Switch early. Like that's like one of those things when the first Switch was coming out, I would have like literally batted someone over the head for an opportunity to even try.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy that I'm on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we expect exclusive content from you about that as well.
Oh yeah.
You'll see it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna milk you.
Yeah, you gotta make all the
Eight-
videos.
18 shorts. I was thinking about buying a GoPro so when I'm playing and I can have that angle.
You can have a top down angle. Oh, guys, this is awesome.
I should 3D print the Switch too so that I can prank everybody. I got it.
Oh yeah, well, that's a good throw. Yeah, totally do that.
All right.
All right, Key, take us out or take us home. Sorry.
Take us home. All right. Thank you all for tuning into the N10 podcast. We're happy to be back. We're excited for the Switch 2, and we're excited to talk about it when it comes out. So stay tuned. I promise this channel isn't just going to be a podcast channel, though. Just subscribe and find out. Okay.
Be there.
Bye, everyone. Later.